Well, my friends, I've made it up to Michigan, and it kind of feels a little bit like deja vu. I was just in Carolina with you, Dan.
That's right.
I see a lot of similarities, but I'm excited to see some of the differences that might be here as well as we walk around and showcase this location here in Michigan.
Absolutely. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
We do it again. So, yeah, welcome to Port Huron, our Port Huron location. We've been in the United States since 1977, so 47 years we've been running this country, trying to make it grow. So I think that's pretty substantial.
Absolutely.
And here you'll see that we do focus on PCD and solid carbide, but we also do something extra here that we for sure don't do in South Carolina, and it's something that I think is a little unique, you know. So I'd like to show you around a little bit.
Let's do it.
See how it goes.
Yeah, I'm ready to take a. If we stand here, we're going to be here all day.
I know.
And don't worry, we have enough talking points that we could probably stand there all day and make a good video.
Yeah, nobody want to watch it.
I think the audience wants to see what's going on here. So you mentioned some of the similarities of Carolina.
Yep.
What are some of the differences as well?
Some of the differences are, one of the differences, this is a UAW facility. So we partner with the UAW here, and you can see one of the most important things, we grind tools to microns, right? I mean, we don't play around, it's microns. 40%, I think it was 40% of all the tools we do are within 10. Most of them in that range get down into the 4 micron range. So
incredible.
You can't just get that grinder off the street, right? So having a stable workforce is vital for here. And we have that here working with the UAW. So it's a good partnership.
So play a game with me real quick. What does UAW stand for?
United Auto Workers.
There we go, United Auto Workers. And how do you find the people to be able to work on such precise components all the time? And let's be fair, almost every product that comes through here feels like it was probably new out of someone's invention in their mind, because you guys are so flexible in doing specialized work for people. How do you even find people to support that?
Well, you build them, right?
And they will come?
Yeah. But I mean, just to get it off the street, you're not going to get that. You hire somebody that's got the technology or the technological background, and then you train. We like to try it from the ground up. Our company in Germany, we run 300 apprentices all the time, and here we like to build from the ground up as well. So
you know, I'm going to bring this back up again because I know you want to talk about some of the areas in this section, but don't let me forget to bring up the apprenticeship program in Germany again, because I know you do a co-op here. Yep. But the Germans do such a wonderful job, and maybe we could take a minute or two during this walk and talk to inspire a few folks out there to create their own co-ops or apprenticeships here, because we are sitting in a labor shortage skills gap. It's something we talk about all the time. So maybe we can share some of what you're doing internally, but I know this section is an area that you want to focus on as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, when we design tools, we design them with balance, right? So in the design of the tool, it's balanced to as far as it can be. But we always do on PCD tools a final balancing up to 33,000 RPMs. Probably the average is somewhere around 8,000, I would say, for every tool that comes through. But every tool comes out of here balanced and ready to go to manufacture good parts, protect your spindle, and be as productive as possible.
Well, I see you're using a Heimer balancer.
Yes, sir.
And I got to hang out with Brent not too long ago. You know that young man?
Yeah. Yes.
Did I trick you when I said young? Sorry, Brent. We do love you, but you see him stutter when I say young man, so sorry about that little giggle. But I got to hang out with him not too long ago. Yeah. And he said, what happens when something is unbalanced? And he gave me a wheel. Yep. And put a piece of magnet on the wheel closer to the center and fold it further apart. Right. And when it was further apart and it was imbalanced, I was shaking like this trying to hold on to that thing. And when he put it toward the center, obviously less vibration. That's exactly what happens to people's machines, to people's tools, to people's materials. It all gets destroyed. Everything. I mean, how important is balance to you?
It's when the higher your speeds go up, the more vital that becomes.
So you said 33,000, I think?
That's what we can do. Yes, that's what we can get it up to. Yeah, you don't have to spin at 33,000 to balance at 33,000. It'd take a little bit heavier.
It'd be fun if you did, though.
Yeah. It would be fun if you did, but you don't have to. But that's the capabilities that we have here, and in general, that's plenty to have.
You mentioned also, and I've said this once, and I think bringing it back up is important because is something that you guys focus on at MAPAL, and that's, you mentioned 4 micron. 4 micron. Do you know that if you change the temperature in this room by 1 degree, it's shifting by a micron?
Yes.
4 micron is so precise, and you have, what, thousands, tens of thousands of products that you go through, Dan? How are you able to do that? How are you able to really make that leading industry product that people rely on day in and day out for all the industries across the board and truly be that name? I mean, you said 1977.
We started in the United States in 1977. I mean, we started in 1950 in Germany, right? So, but it all stems from the very beginning of the process. You have to have the process go all the way through, and quality control, step by step by step, is vital, because you don't want to try to hold 4 microns, get to the very end, and then not be holding what you're trying to, because
that'd be a problem.
There's a little bit of money involved in that part, right?
For sure.
So, and you know, it's nice to be charitable, but it's nice to make money when you're in business.
I do like being charitable as well, but you're right about the business side of things. So what else is different about this facility? I'm starting to recognize a few more grinding machines that were noticeable when we were in Carolina.
Yeah, the layout here is different. It's a different building, right? It's been around a little bit more. We do the PCD on that side, and we have the solid carbide over here, and the process goes through. There is no difference in the programs. There is no difference in the machines. There is no difference in the coolant, in the grinding wheels, the wheel packs.
Rinse and repeat.
It's the standardization. It's set up from the center of competence in Germany to make this specific type of tool here, and that's what we do, right? I mean, look, what do we do that's different every day? Our batch sizes are small. We talked about it last time, 3 to 5. What other people think are crazy special, that's what we do here every day. So,
well, you are crazy special.
Yeah, I know. I've been told.
So I've been told. Why this location? And we've been in North Carolina, right? We have this location, but there's another location as well, I believe, right?
Yeah, well,
but why here?
So it started in New Jersey. It came here because our company, our business and our company was built up with the automotive industry, right? So
makes all the sense in the world.
So you come here. There was a company called Aero Carbide that we bought at this location, and then grew it from there. It was a small carbide shop, really pretty good one, well known locally. But bought that and then expanded it from there so that we could be closer to the customer, get repairs or we call them repairs, but retips or regrinds in and out in a timely manner, and make sure everybody has a stable, productive process. That's the goal.
Stable, productive process. I like that. I hope we're doing that in this tour as well for everyone watching. Stable, productive process. Okay, we're going to continue walking. And speaking of being able to support your customers, especially in the automotive world, where we are in Michigan, there's an area coming up just to my right and the camera people's left where you do repairs, but some of the most difficult repairs with moving parts that most people would either scrap, not attempt, buy new, whatever it might be, but you want to support your people locally, don't you?
Yeah, these are, you talk about special tools, and then there's special tools, right? These actuated tools, we have a facility in Germany. That's our headquarters, or that's the headquarters and the center of competence to manufacture them. What we do here is local maintenance and repair. And it's vital to have that because, these are very expensive tools. Not everybody buys 1, 2, or they buy 1 and they should have bought 3. So when they go down, they go down. And sending it back to Germany, timing doesn't really match. So about 75% of everything that comes in, we can repair right here and get it back to the customer in a matter of 6 weeks rather than 16 weeks.
As we close out this tour, and you mentioned should buy 2 or 3 instead of just 1, we mentioned the time frame.
Yeah.
How many times have you and I been blue in the face where we say, I would highly recommend to you and advise you to make the investment now in said product. Yeah. And then something like this happens, and yes, you're quick on repairs, your turnaround time, that's why you're doing it locally. You're one of the few people that would even consider doing it to begin with, but you're doing it. But on top of that, why can't they just buy a second one? I get that there's price up front, but the price on the back end, that hurts so much more than that price on the front end. I promise you. And that's part of the conversation we have all the time, isn't it?
But it's a conversation we're going to continue to have.
It is.
I mean, there's budgets, there's reason for budgets, right? And sometimes things just don't fit in it. And that's where, if we're going to support our customers, we have to be a bit flexible on the back end of it to say, okay, I understand your situation. Now, how can we help get what you need so that you're up and running again as soon as possible?
This is not your first day on the job, my friend. That was very well explained, that last part right there. I mean, because you're right. We will not stop having that conversation. There are budgets. There are restrictions. How can we support you based on these set of circumstances, right? Really, really well described. So we've walked through the majority of the shop. We haven't dove inside of machines, but through the majority of the shop, there are some similarities and some differences to Carolina. Are there anything you'd like to offer the audience to summarize this location other than the local automotive side of things? Summarize this location and what it does to support the folks out there.
Sure. So this location, like I said, has been around for a while. Started in the 80s at this site here specifically. We partnered with the UAW. These guys have been doing these tools for a long time. So it's not that we have people on the job just starting, although we do have people co-oping and coming up through the process. So we're here to support the customers. We listen to your needs and do our very best to satisfy the needs of the customer. So that's it.
Yeah, very well said, Dan. Appreciate you. We never did come back around to that whole co-op apprenticeship program. However, if you pay attention to the videos that are coming out, we did one specifically on that, where you'll get to meet a few of my friends who are going through the program, who are coaches in the program, and even human resources who supports the beginning to now. So a video you definitely want to see that touches on that very, very important subject. If you're reaching out for someone, if you're looking for someone to help you in that really complicated, maybe somewhat impossible, so you think with quotation marks, impossible parts, reach out to MAPAL, reach out to Dan. These folks are doing things I've never seen before, and 1-offs, 2-offs, 5-offs. Their weird and unusual is their normal. Our weird and unusual is their normal. So reach out anytime.
We're just weird and unusual.
That is definitely true. So if you're reaching out, if you're finding something to be a big issue, give these guys a call. They might be able to fix it for you. And based on what I'm seeing, there's a high percentage chance they're gonna be able to fix it for you. Thank you all for joining Dan and I on this tour one more time. Appreciate you so much. How many times did you say absolutely? Did you get the over?
I said it. I said under. I said it under.
We got under the absolutely that we were promised as well. So whoever owes us money,
we'll take it.
You'll take it.